All right, Shalom. I'm out here once again to preach and to prophesy unto my people, being you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And according to the Holy Bible, you are the biblical Israelites. And seeing that our people have been spread, dispersed all throughout the earth, we look like all nations under the sun. So this isn't a black or white thing. Black and white, when you put those two shades together, you get gray. There are no gray areas in this truth. All right? I'm always grateful. I'm always thankful to be able to come out here to teach, to preach, and to prophesy, not only unto my people, but unto the rest of you nations as well. And as always, I have to give all thanks and praises unto our power, the power of Israel, not the power of any other nation. All right? And what is his name? Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wa'arakwadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters as well. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Okay? I don't know if you've acknowledged it yet, but you have a chariot right there in the east. Okay? Just right there gleaming above that sign. All right? This lesson is going to be short. I had to get out here when I could. I have to be getting ready for work here shortly. But I wanted to come out here and feed you something through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So let's go to the book of Numbers. Chapter 1 and verse 2. Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel. And when you go into that word children, in Hebrews 11 and 21, the word is ban, which means son, grandson, child, member of a group, son, male, child. So when you see the word children, now in today's world, when you hear children, you think it's unisex. You think it could mean male or female, you know, little young, as you will call kids, which even the term kids, you know, that means baby goats. All right? Everything is out of whack, man. But when you go into the word children, it really means sons. Okay? To just make it simple. Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls. Okay, so your nationality is determined by your father. Your nationality is not determined by your mother. That's what these Amalekites believe, aka they who say they are us, they who claim to be Jews and are not. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you have a lot of people who see what we're doing as something you can convert to. This is not something that you can just wake up one day and say, you know what, although I'm a so-called Chinese man, I'm from Moab, I'm going to call myself a Hebrew Israelite, and now the Lord is going to accept me. Absolutely not. You have to be born an Israelite. And it starts through your father's genetic line. The heads of your family go into the father's genetic line, seeing that the man is the head of the house or the pole of the house. Okay? Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their poles. Verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families. So their pedigree was declared after what? Their family. Going into the word family, it says in Hebrews 49 and 40, it says mishpacha, clan, family, tribe, people, nation. Okay, so the people that we're referring to in terms of what makes you a child of the covenant, you would have to be an Israelite. Now, in order for you to be an Israelite, it's based off of the heads or the poles of your family, the poles of your tribe being your nation. Okay? So if your father goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, okay, or maybe your father may look like another nation. If you accept the message that we're giving you, then more than likely you have to be an Israelite, regardless of what others may say or feel, because the Spirit bears witness with our spirit, okay, and the Spirit being the words found within the Bible. These things written within the scriptures are written about us. It's like it has to be us. No one else is going to tell us the truth. So the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is showing us who we are. Okay? So your race, your nationality, your tribe is determined off of your father's genetic line. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their poles. Okay? So you have to be a man. Now in today's time, you can go fight for a war and you could straight up be a sodomite, or you could just be a woman, a straight up woman, right? Well, back in the ancient world, it was men who were sent to war. Okay? Now, seeing that your race is determined by your father's genetic line, you have to ask yourself, what comes first between the sperm and the egg? The sperm would have to come first, right? That's why when a man comes, it's inserted into a woman, okay? And the sperms are racing to penetrate that egg. Then once that egg is penetrated by that one sperm that makes it there, the egg is hardened. And now it has life in it. But before that sperm swam to that egg, there was no life in that egg. Why? Because men hold life. Your nationality is determined off of your father. Your father holds the seed. Okay? If you have a young 12-year-old male and a young 12-year-old female, once that female can start having her cycle, once that male can start producing sperm, in the eyes of the Lord, they're adults. That female, now that she's able to produce eggs, those eggs are empty. But that 12-year-old male, he has sperm, he has life literally alive in his balls, man. Because the nationality is determined off of the father. not the mother. Okay? And you have to be born this. You can't convert and say, you know what? I want to be a part of what you're doing. Can I call myself an Israelite? If you're not an Israelite, you're not an Israelite. Okay? Because the Israelites were the ones given the covenant. Let's go to Romans chapter 9. In verse 4. Who are Israelites? So who are the Israelites, right? Who are Israelites? To whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of the power, and the promises. So the Israelites are the ones who are going to receive that glory when Yahushua returns. The Israelites are the ones under the covenant. The Israelites are the ones who are given the laws, statutes, and commandments. The Israelites are the ones doing the service of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. That's why you see us, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those who may look like the other nations, who are indeed Israel, you see us doing this. You see us doing the real service of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Why is that? Because we are the Israelites, man. Okay? And the promises. So those are the Israelites. The Israelites are determined off of their father's genetic line. That's how you know whether or not you're an Israelite. You can't make yourself an Israelite because, you know what? I just want to be an Israelite. Although I'm a heathen, although I'm from another nation completely, I want to say I'm an Israelite, so I'm an Israelite. That's not how it works. It does not work that way. So now that we know who the Israelites are, when you go into that word Israelite in the Bible, in Greek 2475, the word is, it says, is Israelites. It's kind of hard to pronounce, but it says an Israelite, one of the nation of Israel, a name to be held in honor. So it's honorable to be an Israelite. But to be an Israelite, you have to be of the nation of Israel. The nation or the nationality is determined off of what? Your father's genetic line. Okay? So the Israelites are a race of people. The Israelites are those who are under the covenant. Okay? And the Lord is not going to give that glory to anybody else. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 42. Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 8. Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 8. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another. So I just read to you how the Israelites, they're going to be the ones given the glory. So the Lord's glory that he's going to share with Israelites, he's not giving that to another nation. Only the Israelites are going to receive that glory when Yahushua returns. So you other nations, you other heathens, this ain't for you. Okay? I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. So the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, he's not giving his glory to another. The so-called white man, okay, has painted the image of the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, whose name is Yahushai, to look like them. Why would he give his glory to an Edomite? Okay? He already made a covenant with Israelites. He made his promise with the Israelites. Why would he give that glory to any other nation? Okay? Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, in verse 3. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. So you have to be born an Israelite. You can't make yourself an Israelite because you say, you know what? I believe in what those guys are saying. I'm going to call myself an Israelite, although I'm a complete heathen, but I'm still going to call on Jesus. I don't believe all the other nations are going into slavery. I don't believe the Lord's really a so-called black man, but I'm going to say I'm an Israelite, right? That's not how this works. Because if you look like these other nations and you say that you believe, well, you would have to be an Israelite. But a lot of these heathens, they might try to come in the spirit like they're of Israel, and they're really not, because in their mind, they reject the Heavenly Father and His Son being a so-called black man. They reject that these other nations are going into slavery. Okay? They have certain ways about them that show like, yeah, you ain't right. But if you look like another nation and you believe the whole doctrine, ain't no way in hell you're a heathen. Want to keep that chariot on camera. Which it's still right there. Isaiah 46 and 3. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob. So this is only for the house of Jacob, not the house of Edom, not the house of Ishmael, not the house of Ammon, not the house of Ham. This is for the house of Jacob. Jacob is interchangeable or synonymous with Israel. Okay? Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly. So you have to be born an Israelite. This is a nationality thing. This is not a religious, what's that word? A religious contribution. This isn't just some fad or just some trend that's going to be done away with. An Israelite is an actual nationality. For you to say you are a so-called African American, you're claiming that as your nationality. You wouldn't say, oh, that's your religion. Well, the reality is, if you claim to be an African American, you more than likely go back to Judah. That is your actual nationality. This has nothing to do with just some fad, some trend, some religious trend that's going to fade away, like Catholicism, like Christianity, like being a modern day Baptist, right? Like being a Muslim. All of those are fads. People will say, well, this is a cult. When you go into the etymology of cult, it really just means worship, and we worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because we're about this, we believe in the word wholeheartedly, they'll call us extremists, when an extremist is only an individual that takes what they believe in 100%. Just like in the world, right? You have people who claim to be gangsters. You have those, they'll say it, they'll act like it, but they're not really living it. But then those who are actually living it, those who are actually being what they claim to be, okay, they end up in prison, they might end up dead, okay? They're extremists, but in all actuality, they're just doing what they're supposed to do. When you do what you're supposed to do under the umbrella of your belief, you're looked at as an extremist. Seeing that we believe the whole Bible, right? we believe in the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai wholeheartedly, we may be looked at as extremists and people may not understand our point of view. Our point of view is this: we believe in the Bible, okay? We teach the Bible. Through the Holy Spirit, we're bringing it out, and people get offended at that. But anyway, let's keep going. Which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. So the second you come out of your mother's womb, your race has already been determined. You're either an Israelite or you're born a heathen. Okay? The second you're carried out, it's already determined who you are. Let's stay in Isaiah, but let's go to Isaiah 49 in verse 5. And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant. So the Lord formed us from the womb to be his servant. Remember, to be an Israelite, that also means it's our duty, it's our given right to perform the services of the Most High. Matter of fact, let's hold this right quick. Let's go back to Romans. Romans chapter 9 and verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption? So the adoption, that goes to us. Okay? That's not to these other nations. We're being placed back. We're being placed back or adopted back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God. So we are the ones doing the real service of the Most High because we're the people. That's why we're the ones doing what the ancient prophets of old did. They came out on the streets and they taught this word. Okay? And the promises. So all that goes to who? All that goes to the Israelites. Isaiah 49 and 5. The services of God are for the Israelites. And now, Isaiah 49 and 5, and now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my power shall be my strength. So the Lord formed us from the womb to be his servant. That's why we're out here doing this, because we are the servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's part of being an Israelite. That's part of being a son of the Most High. Okay? It's teaching the word. Coming out here, taking a stand for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb. So we're an Israelite from birth, to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my power shall be my strength. And he said it is a light thing. So what we're doing is a light thing. Okay? It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel. So it's all about Israel, and you're born an Israelite. And we're coming out here performing the services of the Most High in hopes to help gather the elect, the remnant of the nation of Israel, who are already predetermined, already destined to receive this word. Okay? And turn back to the Heavenly Father. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, speaking of Israelites, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Because our people are everywhere, even here in Babylon. Okay? So you have to be born an Israelite. You can't make yourself to be an Israelite. You can't make yourself a prophet. You can't make yourself a heathen. You are who you are from birth. Okay? Let's go to the book of Titus. Chapter 3. Titus chapter 3 and verse 9. But avoid foolish questions like, how do you know you're an Israelite? And genealogies. Where are the records that show you're an Israelite? Prove to me that you're an Israelite. Show me, man. How do you know, right? And contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. So trying to dig up records that prove we're the Israelites, trying to make sure that your father goes back to Jacob, you're doing some deep, dark search on the internet trying to figure out who you really are, that's in vain. You're not going to get nowhere. And seeing our people have been dispersed everywhere, like for example, if you were told your ancestors go back to, let's say, Europe, if you were unlearned, you'll be like, oh man, I must be an Edomite. First of all, the original Europeans weren't Edomites. Second of all, the Israelites have history in Europe. Okay? Just like Oprah Winfrey, when she found out her line goes back to Europe, she felt like she was a so-called white woman, not knowing, like, no, woman, we have history in Europe. Okay, we have history all throughout the earth. Our footprint is all throughout the earth, man. Okay? But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. Okay, and that's what IUIC may do. They might try to strive about how they keep the law, but then they're not telling you the importance of the names, which is a part of the law. Okay? Let's go to 1 Timothy's. 1 Timothy's chapter 1 and verse 4. Neither give heed to fables. So we're not out here giving heed to fables. We're not teaching falsehood. We're not accepting falsehood. Okay? Some made up imaginary tale or some invention of man that is not true. Okay? To say, oh, well, you go back to an African, that's a fable. That's not even real. That's not even a real nationality, man. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies. Oh man, I'm a mutt. I go back to this, that. And then when you find out that you go back to that, well, then you dig deeper. Turns out I'm actually this. We ain't got time for that, man. We ain't got time for endless genealogies. We don't got time for the games, man. All right? The spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has already proven, has already shown we are the Israelites. And we say it through faith and confidence and full assurance. Okay? And if you're at this hesitant point in your life where you're still trying to figure out in your mind, are we Israelites or are we not? The Lord ain't dealing with you, man. Okay? Just go back into the world. Okay? Because a lot of our people, as much as we bring it out, as much as we explain to them, their mind is just not on this. Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 1. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Okay, so our people have been shown over and over again. You are the biblical Israelites, and you still don't consider it. You still don't ponder on it. Then you see what's happening between Hamas and them Israelis, and you don't question, well, what is so important about being a so-called Jew, although they call themselves Jewish? What's so important about being Jewish? What's so important about the land of Israel? And then I've been told I'm an Israelite. There must be something deeper. But you don't even consider, you don't even ponder that deep. You don't even go that far. Let me check the time here. Because our people, their heads are stuck up their asses, man. Okay? And the word ass is right here. So don't say I used a curse word. Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. So our people don't even ponder or perceive or understand or can discern, okay, or can correlate that we are the people, because they're blinded. And ultimately, the Lord is going to destroy them for their stupidity. Okay? If you're in a spirit of confusion, a spirit of being lost, it's clear that the Lord ain't dealing with you if you can't even see that through our curses we're the Israelites. That alone should be enough. If that's not enough, oh well, man. Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 27. Thy first father hath sinned, and thy teachers have transgressed against me. Therefore I have profaned the princes of the sanctuary, and have given Jacob to the curse, and Israel to reproaches. Who gets the most reproach in this society? Who do people speak the most foul and ill things about? The so-called black man, especially you Latinos and Native Americans. We fit that. And if you can't even consider that through our curses that we are the Israelites, you're just a fucking idiot. And if you still believe that this Israelite ministry is about, teaching a religious point of view, and it's not a nationality, it's not a way of life, right? You're stupid, because we're constantly trying to explain these things to you. Therefore, I have profaned the princes of the sanctuary, which is why we're in the ghettos. We're in the hood. Then when we're in the suburbs of today, it's our people who get the funny looks, the funny stares. People looking at you like you smell funny because they don't want you around them. Speaking of these heathens, man. Okay? And have given Jacob to the curse and Israel to reproaches. So we've been given over to the curse. That's why we've been destroyed as a nation. And that's why our people can't even perceive that they are the Israelites, because we've been brought down that low. Okay? We've been destroyed in our minds so much our people, for the majority, can't even ponder that we are the Israelites. Okay? When you think about the history of the Negro, Latino, and Native American, you think about oppression. And you can't even ponder and perceive that we're the Israelites. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 13. Therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge. And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore hell hath enlarged herself, and open her mouth without measure. And their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it. Okay? So we've been brought down. Now we're in a hellish state. When you look at the majority of our people, when you see how these other nations look at us, if that's not enough to show you that we're the Israelites, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? The fact that we're the ones with the greatest music, hell, we created music. We created everything. We're the salt of the earth. We're the former of all things. If that's not enough to show you that we're the Israelites, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? So we're getting to a point in time now where a lot of you Israelites, all the excuses that you're making, it means absolutely nothing anymore. The Lord is not, winking at your ignorance at this point in time. Okay? He's pondering and considering all the times that his men have came out here and have tried to hammer this truth into your minds and you couldn't receive it. That's why we're in that time of warfare. We're in that time of destruction. Okay? We're in that time where the Lord is going to completely just do away with all the lies and wickedness and those who follow behind it. Okay? Romans chapter 8. I'm going to close it here. I got to be going. Got to be getting home, getting ready for work. Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the power. So if the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai aren't enough to compel you, to draw you into the belief of who you are, I think that's a chariot over there too. So if the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai aren't enough to draw you into this ministry of belief, then there's nothing that can be done for you. That's a clear sign that the Lord just don't like you. That's why the Lord is blocking a lot of people, man. Okay? Romans chapter 8 and verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. So we know we're the Israelites, and it's clear as day. Whether you people believe or not, you don't matter. Okay? You're just filler for the Lord's movie. You're not even in the rolling credits, man. A lot of y'all are just background noise. Yeah, I had to get that chariot on camera right before I'm about to close out too, man. Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord, see, he's showing that he's with us through signs and wonders, just as he promised. He said he would do that. Okay? So yeah, I'm going to go on ahead and I'll probably just wrap it up there through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So yeah, you got the chariot right there too. All right, still posted up, man. All right. So yeah, I'm going to go on ahead and wrap it up. I had to make it quick, but I had to feed you something. All right. So I'm going to go on ahead and give all thanks and praises unto our power, the power of Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Wa Rakach Wadash. Shalom. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out.